Welcome you guys again to another video. All right. I know my shirt's a little wrinkled. Don't matter though. Smell good. Feel good. Look great. All right. Welcome to another video. Welcome again, heirs of our Father's promise, and we're here to what? Dethrone the world of its what? Problems. And today we're here to speak of truth, peace, love. True love, not fake love, true love. All right, not that toxic stuff, because we don't got time for that. All right, and yeah, very much. And today, the topic is what? What is the topic of today? It is prepare yourself for Zion in its making. All right. Now we're gonna be in Psalms, Chronicles of Psalms, and chapter 48. All right, grab your biblioteca and let's get started. I'm gonna give you guys about like 10 seconds to grab your Bibles, and yes, let's get started. And of course, a song and Psalms for the son of Korah, not the Avatar. For those that watch that, yes, I do. I'm a fanny. I'm a fanatic, but not obsessive. Okay, a fanatic, but not obsessive. All right. It's been about more than 10 seconds. Let's get started. Verse 1. All right. Great is Elohim, and greatly you are the praise in the city of Jerusalem, in the high mountains of righteousness. In this situation, beauty is seen of the whole earth, even on Mount Zion, from the sides of the king in the great city. And when they say king, they're speaking of Elohim, as I'm going to mention in the next sentence. Elohim is known to be in the center of her sheltering. My apologies. Elohim is known to be in the center of her, right? Sheltering us at his palace. For the kings were brought together, encountering each other. They saw the city in awe, and they quickly ran, seeing the importance and the pain of her built. Against her, you make it so the boarding ships of the Tarshish, with the smallest winds of the east, knock them down. As your words we all witness, as you'll give your city great standing forever. In our minds is your love and kindness, for you stand in the midst of your temple. So according to your name, Yahuwah, we praise you even in the ends of the earth, and praise you of your righteousness and ethics. Let Mount Zion be of joy, and you and the daughters of Judah be glad because of your judgment. Mark all her worlds, right? Considering a place to build for the new generation to follow and live at. Not only that, for these effects of Elohim's causes causes in cautiousness, he is deemed the glory and praised as he will guide us forever into eternity, even in our slumbering death. All right. This is a good passage because it tells us what to prepare. For everything was already made for us, and it's still in the making of us. And for those that don't think that you're gonna have any bricks to carry any cinder blocks or anything like that in the new state, I would say the new city, the promised city, right? You will have a part to play too in that in that as well. All right. And there is another passage where another chapter where I do want you guys to be a part of, right? Because it's very important. And this is going to be another psalm that was given to the sons of Korah, right? And this is in Psalms. This is in Psalms 47. Give you guys about 10 more seconds to grab your biblioteca. If you got any questions or any comments, please put it in the comments section. Or if you got any questions, put it in the comments section. And if I have any answers, I'll put in the comment section. Honestly, but yes, it's been more than about 10 seconds. Let's get started. This is chapter 47, by the way, so that you guys do not get conflicted by me speeding off like a speedster. All right. Let's get started. Clap your hands, all of you, unto Elohim, ruler of all nations, and his foundations. For Elohim is mighty and is king over all the earth. All is under submission of his rulership, and those of him the rest is under our feet. We will choose our inheritance, being the seed of Israel, in whom he loves dearly forever. His name is uplifted mightily with sounds of trumpets, with songs of glee. For he is a ruler over the earth, and his understanding is deserving of the praise. Know that Elohim reigns over the unbelievers in his thrones of might and ordinance. Us as prince gathered together, being the seed of Abraham, shields of the earth, are of Elohim, as we greatly worship our Father, my Almighty. Now, this is very important because, of course, the previous chapter to that, which is 46, talks about how we are the prince, and a lot for the brethrens, right, and for the sisters, princess, right? How we are royalty because we are still to be like, a lot of people don't understand that. Okay, just because there's fluidity in the spiritual realm, meaning there is not really sex, but there is, right? That does not mean that there is not a conventional aspect to what gender is. Mind you, they didn't say that we're not going to be able to procreate, right? They didn't say we're not going to multiply, because that's still a term that we're going to be given. Okay, that's the reason why us royalties are supposed to do, because they're the old generation, which is of what this time, right? They're the ones that are what considered bad seeds. They have been sown as bad seeds. That's why they're going to be cut off the branch. And the branch is of who? Christ. Okay? The branch is of Christ. So the branch being thus of Christ, thus meaning you're growing as a bad seed, right? Or you're growing off off the branch, and it's not really growing and producing and multiplying, right? It's going to be cut off. Just to make it in an easier way to say without saying too much, right? And it's very important that we know these things, because a lot of us, we have a mission as to what? To be the new examples of this earth that has been promised to us. We don't even know, because a lot of people say the end days is not a season necessarily. It's an era. It's an era of time which comes in a specific, or like, remember, I want you guys to remember this. Everything that has happened in the biblioteca over history has repeated itself. It's just not in this instance of how we perceive it, but literally, even the word of our Father Elohim, right? When we obey his command, right, we see all the scenarios as it has an effect in our daily lives. If it's either lying and what lying gets you to, right, the cost of what lying gives, right, and all of these things, it all repeats itself. So a lot of people do not understand that these things are very repetitive. So in every era is a new cleansing. It's a new change. It's a new change. Now, as far as judgment, that's different than the era. The era of the end days will be the time where we're going to be going through difficulties, but there is still going to be good seeds, right, that are going to be planted. There's going to be a need of good seeds, because if there's not, right, a lot of people are going to die. Not only are people going to die, okay, people are going to die, and there will not be good examples, and meaning what? The amount of time that it would take for people to convert and go back to being good, right? There will be none of that. The amount of time that it would take for people to convert and to go back to being good, there will be none. Because if there's no more people that have the Holy Spirit, what does that mean? That means that the end is going to come, and people, literally the ones that have not been saved, they're going to perish. They're going to perish. We are responsible for keeping certain things in balance, and people don't even realize that. A lot of us are not aware of that. We are literally the balance as to why the ends are not coming. Because a lot of you don't realize this. Yes, no man knows the time or the hour, but I could guarantee you, if there was nobody, no believers, right, of Christ truly in faith, that is still existing in this world, where they have put their trust in him at all, where even the potential for that to even exist, do you think that this world would still exist? And that's a question for you guys to answer. If you got an answer, or you got any more questions to that answer, to the statement that I made, right? Put it in the comments. All right. I like to talk to you guys. I like to talk to you guys. But it's our responsibility. We are literally the reason why judgment has not come yet. And of course, yes, we're thinking that, all right, it's our Father's will. It's our Father's will, of course. But remember that He uses us in the aspect of goodness. So we are the gift. We are the good to the world, while there's still wickedness in this world. Everything that is happening in this world right now, majority of the reason why certain hurricanes, certain tornadoes is not affecting us in certain aspects is because of the people that still pray. Because Yahuwah knows that we are of this world, meaning we are born in this world. We are with you guys. And I'm not saying everybody here or anything like that. I'm just saying that in general, those that trust truly in Christ, we are still here. He knows that certain effects is going to do this, do that, do that. He can always intervene in our lives, but there's certain things that will always happen that he just, like, I'm pretty sure that just like anybody, right, you don't want to be a burdensome, right? You don't want to be intrusive. I think that's what it is. Intrusive, or not only intrusive, but obsessive and controlling. You don't want to impose, right? It's one thing doing, but you don't want to impose, right? So just like I said, there's so many things that we can avoid, and that, yes, that Yahuwah can literally protect us from. But that does not mean that He's going to cause all of this chaos and all of this while we're here, because there's still effects, and He created those effects. He knows how those effects work. He's not going to do things for no reason. That's basically what I'm trying to say. He's not going to do anything for no reason. So to create a problem, there has to be a reason for that problem to happen. Of course, He's a way maker, right? So it doesn't matter. But at the same time, our Father is not stupid. He's not anywhere close to it. Elohim is not stupid. He's nowhere close to it. So a lot of people are not very much aware that, yes, we are literally the ones that's going to bring the new generation. We are the new generation of this earth, and we are the peace of this earth, and we're not fully aware of that. We need to be fully aware that we are the new generation of this earth. For those that believe truly in Christ, we are the new generation of this earth. The end days, yeah, they say that you might not know the time of the season, of course, but you're going to know the era. There's a difference between knowing an era. This is the era of the end days. There's a beginning to the end days, and there's an end to the end days. Everything that's happening right now has already happened before in history. Remember, history repeats itself. Everything that's happening right now has already happened. The only reason why certain things did not happen back then is because certain conditions did not meet. And it had to happen so that we can prolong and we can continue to be in exactly where we're at right now. There's a law to an order. Even the angels, they abide to a law, to a law and to an order. The same way that the devils, the demons, they abide to a law and to an order, because they can't just do everything. They need permission to do certain things. Especially when you're protected by the Holy Spirit, when you are in guard, when you have angels surrounding you day and night. The devils and the demons, people can do anything that they want. They can do witchery, sorcery, whatever, magic, whatever the case is. Their demons still has to get permission to affect your life. And if they do things without permission, that's when they go to court. And then when they go to court, they get accused, they get banished, they get destroyed, because they were not given permission to do so. There's a law to everything in the universe, in the metaphysics, the spiritual, right, where we call astral, the heavenly, right, the mental, right. It doesn't matter, the subconscious. It doesn't matter what aspect that you think of it. That's why they're called principles, thrones, dominions, powers, because all of those things are concepts of a specific authority. And not only an authority, a hierarchy. So we are princes and prince of this new world. Because a lot of people don't know that we're not going to go straight to heaven. We're going to the city of our promised land, which is going to come back on earth. So a lot of people don't know why we're told that we're going to be given new bodies. When we're going to be given new bodies, that we're giving new bodies for the specific fact that we're not even conditioned to live in heaven. There's a reason why angels are angels. Now, as far as that topic, I'm not going to really get too far into that because it's a lot to cover on that specific situation. But we're not supposed to be we're not conditioned to live in heaven. Let's put it like this. Everything in this world, right, evolves, right? To a certain extent or to a certain aspect. Let's put it like this. The only way, I'm going to just put it frankly as honest as possible. The only two options that you have to go to heaven, right, is one, if you are literally invited to be in heaven. That's the first option. The second option, right, like I told you, evolution, meaning it's still an invitation, but it's like you could say an upgrade or a promotion. You've been promoted to a heavenly type of body that is considered that is conditioned to survive and to live in the aspect of those heavenly realms. There are only two options. There's no three because you can't break in there. You just cannot. You can't. You can't. It's impossible. If anybody ever tell you that they went to heaven, 9 out of 10, they were invited. So if they were not invited, they were not in heaven. They were just dreaming. And everything that we think of is not always what we want. Trust and believe. There are certain things that are truth, and there are certain things that are actually true. Truth is the same thing as something that is always going to be, no matter what. And true is a possibility, right, which is opinionated majority of the time. So we have to factor that as well. A lot of prophets and all of these people, they tell you about true. They don't tell you of the truth. They will repeat the word of our Father, right? But they don't break it down. Where a lot of some people, they learn certain things. Like I'm very open to learning, right? When it comes to like the word of our Father and the truth, right? So if somebody tells me something that is truth, right, I'm not just going to listen to them. I'm going to listen to them, but I'm going to make sure that the Holy Spirit is going to literally be in my, is going to be my ears. It's going to be my mind, where if I'm listening to somebody, they're not going to just tell me anything, because the Spirit is going to literally tell me if what they're telling me is truth or not. It doesn't matter what anybody say. If somebody is telling you about the word of our Father, Elohim, right? The Holy Spirit must always be in you, so that when they talk to you, you will know if something is truth or not. You will know if it's truth or not. You will know. Trust me, you will know. That's why discernment is important. When you have discernment, you already have wisdom. You can't have discernment without wisdom. It's impossible. I said it in my previous video. A lot of the stuff that I be saying, I already repeat some things or terms or aspects of, concepts and stuff like that. I already repeat some of them. All right. So as of today, I want you guys to understand one thing. Understand who you are. Stand firm to who you are. Do not betray your loyalty, your trust in who you are, and also of who? Elohim. Do not betray his trust, because faith works both ways. If it works on one side and it works on the other side. I've had situations where people are toxic, where you just couldn't trust them. Where you have people as well. I'll give you another example. You have people as well that might what do they call it? Relationships, right? You have people that might like you, right? But they don't know how to like you. Where they might not, people might look at their action as obsessed, right? But they might like you, but they just don't know how to like you. So we have to take in these factors too, because sometimes you have to be the example, right? To show people what it means to actually have love, to show that love to others, not just to themselves because of what they want or what people put in their mind. Because at the end of the day, what's going to come for you is going to be for you, and nobody else. The same way I was given, I might have been given a talent or something, right? If it was given to me, yes, it might, somebody else might have a season, right? But that does not mean that the talent has went away. A talent cannot go away unless Yahoo would, never give it to you in the first place. Unless you're misusing it, meaning you're doing something bad for it. Because at the end of the day, anything that you do can glorify our Father, even if you don't use that talent 100% the exact way that you could use it. That's the reason why we have seasons, right? But that does not mean that the season is just optional here and there. No, we're supposed to be conquerors. We're supposed to be successful. That doesn't mean that we're not going to be attacked. So like I said, some people, right, need to learn how to show you love. They need to learn how to show affection. That's a very important thing. We are all on a learning process. So it's not like, oh, I'm on here telling people, oh, what you were doing, you're doing it terrible, you're doing it horrible. Sometimes people are very shy, and being shy is a very bad thing sometimes because it can bring confusion. You can be confused and you can confuse somebody else, or somebody can be confused even though you're not confused because your intention is not, clear. Your intention is not clear. So when your intention is not clear, it makes it very difficult for other people to be able to perceive exactly what you're doing. Because now it's like, all right, if you have a possibility, right, to team up with people, right, and that person can basically just help you because we're all gifts to each other. If you have let's just say you're an artist, you draw, you're a painter or something like that, right? And somebody is good at doing comics, or you want to do you want to make a comic book or something like that, right? Or an animated, I don't know, novel or whatever, right? And you're not that good at drawing, but you might be good at writing. And somebody else that you're cool with, that you could have had that connection with, they might be good at something, right? Why would you fight against that person? Like, you guys can work together and get things done much easier. Duh. You feel me? Like is that something that needs to be, like, all right, like I said, not everything needs to be exactly what people think, because sometimes, like, let's say people jump to conclusions very fast, and trust me, I've been one of these victims as well. Sometimes when somebody come in your mind, that does not mean that it's a relationship. Sometimes when somebody come in your mind, it's probably as an inspiration, right, to push you further, to be friends, to be colleagues, to be business partners. However it is, it's not always a relationship, because understanding that Yahweh is not going to put nobody in your life that you that you don't want in your life, right? He's not going to put nobody in your life that you don't want in your life. It's just that or not. Just that simple. Our Father is not mischievous. He's not eager to make us uncomfortable. He might make us uncomfortable in situations that we might not be comfortable in, just to uplift us. But he's not gonna be like, oh no, I'm gonna force you to no. It's optional. So you guys have to very much learn the opportunities, and the opportunities is not necessarily, oh, I'm gonna get that because it's an opportunity with a key and a lock. Then I'm just gonna get right there, and then, like, our Father is not mad. He's not mad. He's not a maniac. He's very just and fair and very kind. We're all gifts to each other. So competing is not always the best aspect when it comes to certain things and certain people. When you compete, you're competing to become better. And when you try to be better, remember what you were in there for. What was the purpose of you starting in there for? Like, was your purpose, remember, like I said, everything is not meant for everybody. Remember what your purpose is. Well, your purpose is for what was your intention? What was your intention in the beginning? Was your intention to become better than a person? Was your intention to become better than yourself? Was your intention to grow? Was your intention to have a growth in the spirit, in the mind, in the heart, right? What was your intention? Because if something was meant for somebody, right, would you not want to be a part of their success? That's the question. Rather than wanting to take the credit for their success, would you not want to be a part of their success? That way, when you have an opportunity or you need something, they will be able to do such a thing back for you, because now there's a connection, a bridge. It's not to overstep your boundaries, but there's a bridge, right? And love is not just to go against somebody. Like when you have unconditional love, right? It's not to, and when I say unconditional love, it's not just sexual. It's like you care about people. Caring about people is very important. You don't have to talk to the person. I said in my videos, there's certain things that needs to be addressed sometimes, because it's just like where's the road gonna head us, where's the road gonna head to, like where are we going, where are we driving at, like where is the destination, how, what, like there's certain things that definitely needs to be talked about. But faith is also a matter of, in this specific factor, because you're not gonna ever know exactly where you're heading to, because anything can happen. Like I said, something can be meant for somebody, and then you compete, and then you go from being up there to just because of what people start to see a character that was not really shown of you. Does that make sense? I want you guys to understand that character is not the same thing as being true, because when you're true, it's of your own nature. It's natural. Like the same way, like like women. A lot of women are naturally, nurturing. Women are naturally nurturing. That is majority, you guys, of your natures. That's to nurture. To be truthful, right? Toxic, yes, that too, to a certain extent. But toxic is not really a go-to. I don't know about anybody else here, but um, I'm preferably I will live without toxicity. Like I will literally look at you while you're yelling and ask you, "Are you done?" That's the type of person that I am. Because if not, I'm just gonna walk away and then tell you I'm gonna come back when you calm down. That's just the type of person that I am. I don't like arguing about things that I don't need to argue. Yes, it might make the person even more angrier, but at the end of the day, you know, you can't have a conversation, right? You cannot have a conversation if people are yelling. It's to understand, it's to listen, and then understand, digest what you understood, and then respond. These things also work in the spirit. So when you don't digest, you're gonna always throw up. You're always gonna deflect. You're always gonna shield yourself. A lot of us, we shield ourselves every day on a daily basis. Please, and I'm not giving love advice here, because I am not in a relationship. All right. And I don't want to be giving anybody any false advice and they take these things. I'm just giving you the aspect of communicating, and being able to, what's the best proper word to use for this? Because the communicating and being able to get along with people, to build relations with people. That's what I'm giving you an advice on: to build relations with people and how to get along with them. So when you literally exit off the road of toxic, right? You are gonna build a relation that you would not even understand exactly why it happened the way it was, why you were so angry. Remember this: things that are supposed to be beautiful are the things that are usually usually attacked the most. Yes, friendship, family ship, relationship, business ship, it doesn't matter. Anything that's on that ship that's supposed to be sailing somewhere to a destination of, of a greater purpose. It's always gonna be attacked, no matter what. Doesn't matter who it is on that boat, right? At the end of the day, if it's always going to be attacked, that means that it's going to be something special. But we can also be the hindrance of our gift. I could be a hindrance to my gift. I could be a hindrance to what you're supposed to receive. But then at the same time, you might be a hindrance to what I'm supposed to receive. You might be a hindrance to what you're supposed to receive. Rather than that, we're supposed to work together, right? And make it happen. But no, it doesn't work like that all the time, because perspective is also very much needed. And for those that understood, please put it in the comment section. Put it in the chat. I like to talk to you guys a lot, so it doesn't really change much, right? And the reason why I say a lot of these things, like I said, royalty. Royalty, people do not argue with each other that have great comprehensions, that have discernment. How can you argue with somebody and dispute and literally dispute with someone in a negative way about something that could be equal? You don't have to like the person in a sense where might be like, oh yeah, like I said, there are people that might like you, right? And they don't know how to express that. That's fine. Liking somebody does not mean that you have to sleep with that person. No, 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 no. Like, I've been on a walk for a while, and trust and believe, sex is literally one of the last things that I ever intend in ever making a relationship with anybody. It doesn't matter if it's friendship, like for example, you like I'm a male, right? So if I'm a male, right, and I have a male friend, being my brethren, does that mean that I need to have a relationship with that person? I need to be doing something sexual? No, no. Friends, great friends, the best of friends, right? So people need to value friendship, because you can't even value if you cannot value friendship in the most sincere and innocent way. You're not going to be able to value that friendship with Christ. Sorry. Because you're not going to be loyal. Where's going to be your integrity? Where's going to be your principles? Your all of these things that matter as a person. Because at the end of the day, people are going to end up looking at you once everything gets lifted. Once the veil is lifted, people are going to be looking at your character. They're going to be like, oh my goodness, I didn't expect that. But then, yes, this person, this and that, this is the exact history of this person, this and that. This is the characteristics of this person, this and that. That's why I prefer being true to myself. I prefer being true. I prefer not being fake. I don't care if people hate me. I would rather people hate me. Well, no. Let me not say that. I don't like people hating me, but of course that's what I signed up for. But I would rather people hate me than to people say that I'm fake. Than for people to say that I'm a liar. Than for people to say that I'm a thief. Than for people to say anything that I am not. I would rather people don't like me. Because at the end of the day, if people don't like me, I know my Father loves me. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I tell people, be peaceful, be loving, because you never know the presence of what you're going to get. You never know. You might actually lose a gift in your life that you're not going to expect. And sometimes it might give you a warning once. You might get a warning twice. You might get a warning 3 times. And after those warnings, there's not going to be no more warnings. So you might just lose exactly what you came to get. Remember this. When you are gifted and when you're favored, when you're gifted and you're favored, right? And you're graced or abundantly gifted, right? You know that those gifts are not to be, you're not supposed to be selfish. It's supposed to glorify our Father. That means that everybody that's going to come around you, they're going to be able to benefit off of that gift. Meaning, you're going to be glorifying your Father. And through your gift is how people are going to be saved. Through your gift is how the new generation is going to literally live. It's going to be the new blood, the new rulers of the earth. It's through your gift. Through your gift. That's how that works. It's not about us. Stop thinking about you, me. Stop thinking about that. Because that's why lust comes in. Because a lot of people would not, like I said, you could work with somebody, right? But a lot of people would choose to not work with that person because they're not attracted to that person. That's another problem. Why does attraction have to matter when it comes to working for Christ? It doesn't mean nothing. The greater purpose. Am I supposed to kiss you on the lips? No. Am I supposed to do anything with you? No. But just be nice, be loving, and worship in the Creator. Simple. I didn't stress anything out. and I've been like about 5 to 6, 7, 8 minutes more than what I was actually intending. My hair is a little bit, yep, more than I intended, right? But don't exaggerate a situation. Just meditate. Meditate in peace. Meditate in harmony. Meditate in love. If you want to learn the secret of how to not be, what's the word? To not how to not how to learn how to not be what's the proper way to say it? To not be triggered, right? Learn first to love. Learn first the basics of love. Innocence and lust. They're two only options to love. Innocence and lust. Innocence does not mean purity in a sense where you cannot have a certain attraction. But innocence means purity in a sense where you don't judge, you don't assume. You go by the basis of fairness. Lust is not. It's a selfish desire. Know the two. Once you're able to put that in you, then everything else will click. Then you would understand. So as far as the message that I have for anybody else, you see I got the little chin here, but I don't got the whole, like, it would be a wonderful thing if I could. It would be a wonderful thing, but I'm not gonna get too much into that, right? And yeah. And if anybody here like to spar, as far as like, martial arts or anything like that, please put it in the comment section. I do like to spar. I don't like to hurt people, but I am like a Goku minded person. For anybody that's still a fanatic of anime type of person, I am like a Goku minded person when it comes to sparring, and I haven't had a sparring partner in a while. So please put it in the comment section, and yeah. What should I say? I don't think I have anything else to say as far as this topic for today. Just don't be toxic, please. Just don't be toxic. Keep that toxic stuff. Don't, like, literally pick it up, open the trash can, throw it in there. If you are a 3-point shooter, right? Just you know what I mean? Like, just do it for the one time, do it for the 2 time, do it for the culture, do it for you, do it for Christ, okay? Because it's gonna be important. We don't like missing our opportunities. This is a very crucial thing in our lives, and this is a battlefield. This is a war. This is a war that we cannot see physically, and it's very important because our people are. I can't stress this any further than what I have. Our people are in need of this. We are living every single day. We say that we can help people, but we really need to help each other. Our people are in need of this. It's that much of a crucial scenario and situation. Our people are in need. They are in need of great examples that are true and pure. Okay? And yeah, I don't really have much to say for real. I've said a lot. A whole lotto, all right? A whole lotto, shaking like gelato, all right? But no, I only got but love to say to you guys, abundance of you. I love you all. If nobody told you they love you, I love you. All right, all of you, every last one of you, with the love of our Father Elohim. For in Yahushua, Yahusha, for in him, Yahuwah, Elohim, Adonai, right? I love you. I love you all. I really do. I love you all. For those that didn't receive their love today, love. All right? Love. Just love yourself. Love. Just love. Just don't do the wrong type of love. Have the innocence type of love. Because it said, give your brethren a kiss. Give your sisters a kiss. Okay? Don't take it in the wrong way. Because there's nothing weird about that. I just give people a kiss. Nothing wrong about it. Just love. That's all. All right. Um, yeah, new. But yeah, love, peace, abundant of peace. May you have discernment, and shall it be of yours, as it was, as it is, and shall it always be, and forever. May the glory of our Father be upon you, and his mercy be upon you. May his favor be upon you, and in the faith that you give unto him, may it be shared equally and abundantly upon your life and all of those that you care about. Okay, be in prosper. Well, be prosperous, right, and be victorious. For the victory is of our fathers. So claim it. Love you all. Ashe. And shalom. All right. Um, did it turn off? No, I don't think it turned off.